Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 15, Episode Ardyn. Let's disable the rest of the wall amplifiers and do everything else we need for the ultimate achievements. Let's see, let's go after the Royal Guard there in the back, because I think they have some ranged attacks. And then with this guy, get out of there. Haha! Yeah, sometimes that guy likes to use a shield like that, and very rarely am I able to react quickly enough because I'm greedy and want to finish them off with a Demonify there. But the thing is that like after the first 5 hits, then they'll set up their shield as I'm winding up for the 6th hit, and by the time I see the shield, it's too late. Or the barrier that they've got. And then I'll hit the barrier, it'll just bonk off of it, and then they'll knock me flat on my ass. Not that it's that much damage, but it's just annoying because it takes forever to get up in this game. For boss time! So let's see, this one can be a little tricky, but nothing too extraordinary. Okay, so as usual, let's start with... Oh, well, we can Demonify, that works too. I want to build up the combo before using Royal Retribution. There we go. Get up to 100 hits. Rising Phantom, Demonify, then Spectral Charge, and that'll get me all the way back up to max with the Demonify there. Are you... Oh. Like, what are you doing? Like, where'd you go? Rising Phantom is so good. I mean, it's free. As long as you got a 100-hit combo, just press L1, R1, and you're good. Although, I'm not good using Ifrit if there's a ceiling above there. Oh, I meant to do that. What happened there with the barrier? It just dropped off. Did, like, Ifrit hit him or something? I don't know. What the? You're not allowed to get reinforcements? That's unfair! Well, let's finish off the Fierce Guardian first. And that way we can just take on the Rogue one-on-one. See, can I Demonify through the barrier? I think I did. Well, he's dead all the same. In any case, yeah, same thing with the Rogue there. Get our, what I like to think of as my boss combo. Or, well, I suppose a rotation of abilities that I use there. Did I get enough? No, I don't have enough for Rising Phantom. Nuts. Okay. Where are you? Okay, so this part, you gotta listen. There it is. That's... Okay, let me try that again. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Phantom Ganon fights in Ocarina of Time, where if you're using headphones,
I pray you won't disappoint.
You can tell where he's coming from or what direction he's coming from, like one of the paintings or whatever.
Praise be to the gods above.
Same thing here, except there's no painting. The Rogue just teleports around to a random location, and if you can find them quickly enough, then you can Demonify them. Otherwise, they'll just attack you from there. But we got them! Hooray! But yeah, that is one thing I appreciate when I'm recording and use the headphones. I can hear that very distinctly, so it's real easy for me to hear that. But if I'm like playing Ocarina of Time on my 3DS, or I'm playing a game on my PC with my 2 speakers, it's kind of hard for me to tell which one is which, or which direction they're coming from, the left or the right or whatever, because of all the other music and sounds that are going on at the same time. But with the headphones, it really helps out a lot. So maybe I should use them more often when I'm just playing for fun or doing a test run. I mean, test runs are fun too and all that, but yeah, so I want to go around this place clockwise, and then I'll go to the middle of the block there to, well, save up at the local haven or rest, whatever you call those things, where we can rest up. But yeah, now we're just going to go on a bit of a rampage here. Take out the rest of those guys. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, we can do this. I was thinking of something else. Let's see, get them all in range or not. Well, I guess we are hitting all of them, but you want to try and get them as tightly bunched up as you can. So that way you can hit them with a real concentration of royal retribution. But yeah, sometimes it'll work like that, sometimes maybe not so much.
Over here. Enough.
But yeah, let's just take a look around. Oh, we got see a Jumbotron up there.
It's going to be hard to fix.
Well, that one I would agree with you. No, Ardyn, stop flying around like a drunk. Just destroy the loudspeakers. There you go. But yeah, this block is pretty big. Not to mention, it goes right through the main street there. See, are there any more of you? Yeah, Spectral Charge, then Royal Retribution. I would only use Spectral Charge when you're at maximum MP, so you'll get the 6 bars on the Phantasmal gauge. Well, I don't know if you'd call them bars, that little semicircle around Ardyn's abilities or attacks that he can use.
Over here. Pipe down, would you?
But yeah, destroy more of those loudspeakers. They're up on the light poles there.
Going up. That's going to be hard to fix.
Huh, I was surprised that I actually could destroy those loudspeakers. Because there were the enemies there, I thought I might have gotten into combat. And, well, you know how the game loves to prevent you from attacking objects while you're in combat. You'll just auto-target to the enemies, even if you're too far away to hit them. Okay, another Jumbotron. There we go. I wonder how those things deal with the weather, like if it's raining or something. I mean, they got, like, Jumbotrons in real life. I don't know how they would protect them, though. But in any case, yeah, we'll just get over here and take out some more of those loudspeakers in a moment. Oh, there you are. Like, where'd you go? Just looking at the wrong things, but, well, we're still kicking ass and taking names. There we go, another Jumbotron. I think the Jumbotrons are only on the buildings on the central street there, all the way up to the Citadel. Not every building, but the buildings that they are on, I think it's only on the main street. I guess where they're having the parade going between the Citadel and, well, down here, something. But yeah, let's take out the rest of those flagpoles. You cannot have any celebrations without my approval. Uh-oh. Did I think I fought these guys before, but
Behold!
yeah, we got them all, well, about as tightly bunched up as they're gonna get.
Over here.
Yeah, there's really no point to using Royal Retribution without the full 12 bars there. Or 12 semicircles, or whatever. It's a circular bar. Or whatever you want to call the thing. But, yeah, let's take out the shield guys, since I know they can't do anything that I'm extraordinarily concerned about. Lucky I was doing the modification while they were attacking me there. I think that happened in the fight in the previous episode, too. When I was fighting those... I was expecting... Ha!
Dear, did I do that?
But yeah, in the Royal Guard battle in Chapter 2 there, I think that also happened there. Where I demonified someone, and then the other one used either Thundara or some sort of lightning attack against me. Sith lightning, Force lightning, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But in any case, yeah, we still got a bit of a ways to go. Too bad I couldn't do that to some of the enemies in the background there, farther away. Oh, and just out of range of the battle sites there. Oh well. But yeah, let's get the last one. Hopefully we don't go out of combat. Did we... I think it said I escaped there. I must have just barely gone out of combat, but... Well, we killed the guy, that's all I really care about. I don't really care about the points I get from battle. Whatever I get, I'll get, and that'll be enough. The rampage stuff is the only stuff you really gotta go out of your way for. I mean, like, destroying things around the city. Well, I suppose I kind of have to go out of my way to not take damage, but normal enemies, they're not really going to damage you that much. Although there is one instance where I know the enemies can be a little tricky, the normal enemies anyway, so I'll probably make a save before that. Usually I only feel the need to save before, like, a wall amplifier or a boss fight or something, but there's one sort of random encounter that can be pretty difficult. The enemies can really wail on you there. So I'll take care of that. But for now, just seeing if there's any more balloons around here. I think I got them all before, but maybe just a quick check. Is that one in the background? No, that's just a circle for something. I don't know. But we can deal with it that way. See anything else around here? I don't think so.
Perhaps I'll take the high road.
Whatever works for you, Ardyn.
Kill you all at once.
But yeah, I'm just taking the high road now. Usually I don't do that when I'm going around the perimeter of a block, but in this case, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot down below. I'll take a look, but I might as well take what I can get here. Whoa! I almost quit there. That could have been bad. I mean, I think there would have been a yes or no prompt there, but still, I mean, well, I wasn't even thinking about that at the time. Okay, so nothing up there. No more balloons or anything. Not very many balloons left, really. I know there's some close to the Citadel there, way up top, but not around here anymore. I wish they had them, more of them, throughout the city. It's really only at the upper and lower ends of the map there. I mean, I like popping balloons, although for some of them it is kind of hard to reach without using like a warp strike or something. And, yeah, that consumes quite a bit of MP. And I'm not bothering to activate nodes in Dissension for like increasing my maximum HP or MP. I don't think that really matters for the achievement that I'm going through. And really, if I take so much damage that having more maximum HP would be worthwhile, then I've taken more damage than I can afford to take and still get the achievement. So I'm not going to use that just for, I don't know, my mentality. It's like, I don't want to feel like I have that extra security there. Or insurance or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if I take even more than 1,000 damage, I should probably reset. I mean, it is, at least for me, it is really hard to get the damage, total or cumulative damage incurred down under 30,000. So yeah, save regularly, and if you take more damage, then you like, then reset it. I just really wish this achievement had a way of checking it as you're going. That's the thing that makes this achievement really difficult. I mean, well, not that it's really difficult, but it's just so time-consuming. Because, I mean, it's about a 2-hour long achievement with all the stuff I have to destroy to get enough points.
I must say, I expected more from you.
And not to mention, I have to reload a save file every now and then whenever I screw something up. So we got a boss fight coming up here, so yeah, why don't we save here in case I do screw up. Yeah, the next one's really hard. Okay, so let's see. On the way to the next wall amplifier. Yeah, let's take out these guys to recharge our Phantasmal Gauge. Very nice. But yeah, this achievement, I don't think it's really necessarily that hard. It just takes a while. I think Core is probably the most difficult achievement that I've gotten. And I mean, it's only like, what was it, like a 5 or 10 minute fight or something? But it's a really hard 5 or 10 minutes there. I mean, I gotta have my absolute focus in order to be able to win that fight. But like this stuff, I can just save and reload periodically until I get what I want. For boss time against another rogue. But fortunately, we've got a bit more of an open area to fight around here. Okay, then use our boss combo.
Now you shall know despair.
So yeah, Rising Phantom is just so good with Royal Retribution because it makes enemies able to be demonified, and I can just recharge that really quickly there. And having demonification too makes it all the easier too.
Atone for your sins.
You would know, Ardyn. There you are. Up. Oh. Somehow I missed that. Well, I guess the road's not teleporting around, but yeah, let's get Ifrit going. Yeah, whenever I'm fighting bosses and I want to use Ifrit, even though Meteor Strike is a more efficient damage source per bar, per tech bar, I like using Firaga just to get him out there and start attacking enemies as well, or drawing aggro or all that stuff. But alright, well, that was easier than I thought it would be. But yeah, there's going to be a save point up there that I'm going to be using soon, and then I'll go around the block clockwise.
Can't say you didn't try.
Oh man, I was hoping he would say, I expected more from you. That would have been perfect, but yeah, this one's not over yet. So yeah, this is what makes this particular wall amplifier probably the most difficult of them all, in my opinion, because not only do you got the one boss to deal with, but then you got another Guardian, and then you got all the other Royal Guards that show up, and there's a lot of them to kill. So what I like to do here, after taking out the Rogue, yeah, we can demonify some of them with the help from Rising Phantom. But yeah, what I was doing there was I built up the combo, or the number of hits. First, maybe hit some of the Royal Guards while I was at it, but mostly just spinning around the boss there, or the Guardian.
All hail the Almighty.
And then, once I built up my combo enough, use Royal Retribution and Rising Phantom, which is an AoE on all of them. So it really helps against these guys. I don't even really need to use Royal Retribution all the time. I mean, if they're at a lot of HP, then I might use it. But otherwise, I'll just pick like one of the Royal Guards and just start spinning around them with the Phantasmal Gauge maxed out. We'll get a ton of hits on them, get it up to 100 and then hit all of them with Rising Phantom, and it's really effective against these guys. It saves so much damage. Yeah, whenever you see that light hovering around you or something, there's probably one of the enemies off in the distance trying to charge something up to hit you with. So, and it'll be pretty easy to tell which one it is. So just make sure you check them out there. I'm not concerned about demonifying all the Royal Guards. Unless I, get them with Rising Phantom and all that. I really just want to build up the combo so that when more guards show up, I can already have a sufficiently high combo either to use Rising Phantom, or I can just use Royal Retribution on all of them. But in general, I usually prefer to save Royal Retribution. But if some of them show up and they're all at full HP, then I might use Royal Retribution.
How lucky you are to know the sweet release.
But otherwise, we got him. That was a really good fight. But that took me a few tries to, well, to an extent, get lucky enough to... Because, like, sometimes they'll just gang up on you right away, and that could
They're causing quite a
really pile on the damage early. But, okay, so I'm going to save after that one so I don't have to redo that one. We've got probably the hardest normal battle in the episode there. So let's save before we go to that. Good thing I saved before I went to that fight. Because, yeah, I screwed it up and took a lot of damage there. So I'm going to try treating this more like a boss fight.
Did I do that?
Using more Royal Retribution than, usually trying to fight them. Well, okay, we could do that. That happens. Okay, well, if I get lucky like that, sure, then I could do that. But usually what I'm trying to do here is treat it more like a boss fight and build up the combo hits more before using Royal Retribution. Before using Rising Phantom. They're both so good, I get the names mixed up all the time. But yeah, sometimes if you got like 4 enemies to deal with, it's better to use more, or fight it more like the boss rotation that I use. That is one thing I really like about episode Ardyn. It's just like one ability feeds into the next and into the next and so on. I really like that about a lot of the DLC episodes. Where, I mean, like, the first time I played it, it just seemed like, okay, it's like, it felt more like the after years with the individual chapters. But I'm trying to get all these guys bunched up a little bit. There we go. But yeah, like in the after years, it was relatively the same from one chapter to the next. I mean, you had a different dynamic there, but it was basically, okay, go to a town, then go to a dungeon, fight a boss at the end of the dungeon, and so on and so forth. I mean, I love Final Fantasy IV and all that. But it's like, once you understand the dynamic between your party members there, that's pretty much all you got. It's not really that complicated. But like here, at first, when I first played it, it seemed a lot like that, where it was just, okay, yeah, you just go through a dungeon or fighting enemies, and you can do some extraneous stuff while you're there, but for the most part, it doesn't look like it has a whole lot of depth to it. But really going after these achievements helped me understand how much depth they really have. I'm making a lot more episodes than I thought I would for these. I thought I might do like, I don't know, 2 or well, maybe 3 or 4 episodes per DLC, and I thought that was going to be it. And I thought the main game was going to be a lot longer. But, well, it ended up being the other way around. Main game was shorter, and all this DLC had a lot more depth than I thought. I didn't even think about the achievements until I got there, and I was like, oh, yeah, well, I guess we could do that. Maybe give the DLC a little more depth. Yeah, nothing down that little alley there. But I'd just check around. I'm surprised they actually have flagpoles over here. But whatever works. I'll worry about the other flagpoles on the other side later when I clear that sector. But otherwise, free AP. Not that I really need it. I think I have everything that I could actually use. But yeah, that is one thing I really like about all the DLC episodes. Almost everything has a good use when you know what you're doing. But where is it? Ah, there we go. Yeah, let's save here before going after the next boss. But I think each episode has like one attack that isn't that great. Like here, we've got, what was that? Well, I mean, we have the Dark Tornado and Cerberus Zero. I mean, they could have their uses, but I don't really care for them that much. Or like in Ignis's episode there, I almost said tail, but no, that wouldn't be right. But no, like he had the Thunder Elemental ability, but I didn't really find it all that useful. Or like in Prompto, they had, let's see, which was the weapon that I didn't really use that much? Ah, the submachine gun. Submachine gun is more like, it's more useful like the first time you play the game, but once you really know how all the other weapons work, submachine gun, not that extraordinary. It doesn't really have that great of a use, unfortunately. I mean, it's basically just raw power, but all the other abilities have their own specific use. But here, we're going to have a whole bunch of use out of our abilities. For boss time against 3 fierce guardians. Now, this one can be either really easy or really hard, depending on how tightly they bunch up there. Fortunately, they are all together there, so we can deal massive damage to them with Royal Retribution and Rising Phantom there. Can I? No, I can't. I was thinking if I could demonify the other guys, but I guess I didn't really get much of a chance. So now, yeah, just get a combo going on these guys. Rising Phantom. And continue onward. Fortunately, these guys are so slow, it's really easy to build up a combo on them up to like 100 hits. You could just use Rising Phantom on them over and over and over again. Something else that you could do... There we go. Yeah, something else you could do is you could also use Cerberus Zero to destroy the barrier there in a couple hits. But that just leaves you like really wide open to attack. I prefer to use Royal Retribution instead. And more Rising Phantom there. I was thinking about something else also. Another thing you could do with these guys, instead of just spinning around them over and over again with a full Phantasmal gauge, you could just stand there and get the same results and then just wait for them to start swinging their weapon, and you could just dodge it at that point if you wanted to. But I just like spinning around them over and over and over again. It's just easier to me than to keep an eye on whenever they're going to be doing their thing or whatever. But, yeah, why don't we go down there and we'll just swing around the area to get to the save point. let's take care of some more stuff here towards Main Street, or whatever this street is called. I don't know. I just think of it as Main Street. See, we got more loud speakers. Well, that was a waste. I was going to warp strike up to those loudspeakers, but no! Got into combat at the last second. So, yeah, I'm not dealing with those losers. Not with a empty gauge. Let me see. Well, let's at least get this. Yeah, I'm not really worried about those guys. But, yeah, let's get out of there then. Okay, so I'm just thinking if I want to go back to Main Street, but I think I'll stick around here for a little bit. Yeah, you see, like that, I can't destroy the flagpole, or at least not that easily, because I'm with enemies here, and I'm auto-targeting to them. Fortunately, if it's just two enemies, they kind of like to stand side by side while they're getting ready to do their thing. Okay, let's go around the other way though. That's where the save point is. I want to clear out the other areas first.
You found me.
Okay, now that we've got a full phantasmal gauge, now let's go after these guys. So yeah, with 4 of them, I want to use my boss strategy there. Royal Retribution, Rising Phantom. Yeah, if you ever see my Phantasmal gauge seemingly go from 0 to 12, that's because it is. Now, what happens there is after Rising Phantom, I demonify an enemy. So I get 6 bars from that, and then I use Spectral Charge to get the other 6, and it just, both of them happen at once. So that's why it might look like it's charging up really fast there like that. Like, I knew that Spectral Charge could be useful for getting another Royal Retribution out of it, like when I first was playing this. But I didn't think of the interaction between all that and Rising Phantom there. Because I thought, oh, 100-hit combo, how am I ever gonna do that? But then once I realized that having full Phantasmal gauge helps with driving up the combo bonus there, then it all just kind of clicked for me and just put it all together there.
This is going to hurt.
So yeah, that's what I really like about episode Ardyn. Not to mention his controls are a lot like Noctis with like the warp strikes and things like that, and just his regular attack in general. So yeah, I guess that's part of why I didn't really like using the other characters to lead the party in the main game. Just because I spent so much time learning how Noctis' controls worked, I didn't really feel like learning how everyone else did it. But instead, well, yeah, once I've done all the achievements, you know, then I really started learning how all that stuff worked. So I like how they do that with like a lot of the achievements, even in the main game, like with Chocobo racing or some of the other mini games that they had that kind of helped learn how this other stuff really worked. Like they also had like blindside link strikes or parry link strikes, various ways of generating AP, and well, I knew I wanted to generate AP, so I had to learn how to really use those abilities or attacks effectively to generate the extra AP. Unfortunately, though, that did cause me to basically ignore anything that didn't generate AP. Because, I mean, hey, if I've got something that can generate AP and it can be useful in the process, why would I do anything else that didn't? And I didn't really see a way to generate AP with the other characters. I thought there was a way you could do that with some of them. I thought, like, Prompto or Ignis, or maybe both had some sort of way of doing that. Yeah, I haven't used them in the main game, so I wouldn't really know. But maybe I could try that someday. I mean, just for fun. Not more LP stuff. No. There's so much depth to all the combat. There's quite a few things that I think I could still learn that could really up my game, I suppose, as you might put it. But really, when I was preparing the LP, I just wanted to figure out how to do everything as quickly and efficiently as possible with a minimum amount of practice. Although I did put a lot of practice into it. But I mean, most of the stuff that I used in the main game was just relatively quick and easy for me to learn. Except like maybe the Hecdies, where their ass end is, to blindside them. So that was just something that I kind of picked up on after a while. That's when you know you've played too much Final Fantasy 15. When you have an enemy that looks the same on all sides, and you can tell which part is where you can blindside them.
Did I do that?
Without really having to think about it. That's when I realized I was playing way too much Final Fantasy 15. Holy cow. I mean, I knew the game was long, but I didn't quite realize what I was getting into when I was doing, like, my first test run and all that. But, okay, so we got one more. What is that? Yeah, one more wall amplifier. So, let's see. I want to be careful over here not to enter the radius in front of the Citadel there, because that'll just advance the plot. So just be a little careful, stay out of their way.
Oh dear, did I do that?
Yeah, got a little close there, but I think you can go into the circle a little bit and be okay. But yeah, like, I don't want to go after those signs. I might be able to destroy them without initiating combat, but I don't want to chance it.
Ta-ta.
And besides, we're getting pretty close to the 1.5 million points that I need. I mean, I'll still destroy anything I see even after I... what is that? Even after I get the 1.5 million points. Just because it's fun to destroy everything. Like Rampage, the game. But, yeah, why don't we save here before going to the last wall amplifier. And, yeah, just be careful getting to the last wall amplifier, not to walk through the area in front of the Citadel so you don't initiate combat there. I mean, I suppose you could do it now if you really wanted to. It's not like you have to do things in a specific order, but, well, I just feel like I want to take care of the wall amplifiers first and then head over there. It does seem odd how, like, early on, destroying the wall amplifiers, they had quite a few guards for boss time. But now, like, later on, It seems like they're more so trying to bait you or lure you in and then overwhelm you with a lot of enemies or something. Or in this case, well, they're just gonna send out the big guns from the start there. I don't think this is the Guardian of this spot in the middle there, though. I think they just came out like a reinforcement or something. Where are you? Oh, they're dead. Okay, never mind then. It's like, wait a minute. But yeah, whenever you destroy those monophonts, maybe I shouldn't have destroyed 2 of them like that. Well, that'll make this more interesting. Well, at least we got a creep going. I do like how even if you clear all of the enemies, they don't remove you from combat here. So you retain all of your tech bars. So you can bring Ifrit out and eventually have me. Hold on. There you are. But yeah, maybe I'll have Ifrit use like Meteor Strike later on for some pretty good damage. Yeah, as long as they don't appear on like the other side of the amplifier, I should be able to find the rogue just in time to be able to demonify them some more. Yes, I know! You don't have to remind me. I mean, I like the voice they do for the Guardians. Just wish they had a little bit more variety going on there. But yeah, once you get the rogue out of the middle there, then it's much easier to defeat them that way. Seems like the rogues are a little weaker here than before. It almost seems like one of those things where they'll have like one big boss or like a few smaller bosses to fight. Not today! Whoa! Nice little distortion effect there. At least I think that was intentional in the game, or something going on. But, alright, so let's see. We'll go around here counterclockwise. Let's see, why don't we start there, and then we'll end up at the rest point that I used before.
The enemy forces have begun their infiltration. I'm going in, as will I. No, Your Majesty. We must get to safety at once. I have sworn to safeguard the future of our nation, so I must be on the front lines.
Well, that's awfully noble.
For the future of Lucis, together we fight.
If I recall correctly, Claris is... what is that? Gladio's father. The shield of the king in the Crown's Guard. But I like how they have some camaraderie between the two there. It's a nice touch. Too bad they didn't really go into Claris more. I mean, they mentioned him a little bit in, I think, episode Gladio, I think. But not so much here. Oh well. But let's see. Okay, so let's start destroying the last of the balloons. They will be missed. I mean, I will miss destroying them over and over and over again. But we'll see. Okay, so yeah, I just want to be a little careful as we're rounding the corner here. I wonder if I could attack some of them from range, like with Cerberus Zero, to destroy them from a distance.
I do that?
Well, in any case, yeah, we'll get back there eventually. You'll see. Let's see. Until then, see, I don't think there's anything in the middle of the area, but I would like to destroy some of the signboards they got in the back there. See what we can do with that.
Can't say you didn't try.
But yeah, don't go too far to the right there. I might be able to destroy some of them, but I'd rather play it safe. I mean, I have the 1.5 million points now. I don't need to do anything more there. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I mean, I'll try to find as many things to destroy as I can, but I'm not gonna, like, take forever doing that either. I mean, there's probably a bunch of things that I missed or maybe just overlooked while I was going through an area earlier.
That's going to be hard to fix.
But yeah, I mean, just make sure you destroy anything that's, like, obvious like that, and you'll be fine. I wish we got points for destroying the cars, but I guess they're technically not part of the festival, unlike the armored vehicles they got going on there. Holy cow!
I must say, I expected more from you.
Apparently they're not very armored, though, given how easily we destroy them.
Oh dear, did I do that?
Wonder where they got, like, technology and stuff like that, because it seems like the Empire has all the really good technology, but, I mean, besides, like, the magical technology, not Magitech, but, like, the magic that we have in Lucis, I guess is a kind of technology. But, like, we got cell phones, but I don't think they have, or at least not in the same way that we have them. They got, like, radio and stuff, like how Ardyn is talking to Basithia there. But, yeah, let's save before the fight at the main gate to the Citadel, then. This one can be a little tricky. But because it's a wide open area, it should be pretty easy. Let's see, can I destroy some of this stuff before getting into combat?
Oh dear, did I do that?
Let's see, yeah, let's try and destroy some of the vehicles while we're at it. Let's see, okay, yeah, we can go a little ways into the circle there. Huh? Did I? What just happened there? It seemed like I destroyed the pillar there, but then for reasons of the plot, they put me by the billboards there. And it looked like I destroyed something there. But, like, I'm wondering if I destroyed the pillar, but I was still in my attack animation. So I destroyed something else where the game sent me for the cutscene. Something like that. But in any case, okay, where are you guys? Let's see, if I have the opportunity, I would like to build up the combo chain as much as I can. Get Ifrit to draw some attention as well. And if I can use Rising Phantom, so much the better. But I'll see what I can do here.
So this is it.
Yep, that's it for you guys.
Defend the city! Here he comes!
Oh no, 5 of them at once. Totally unprepared for 5. Yeah, build up the combo a bit there. I don't know if I needed to use Royal Retribution. But if not, if that doesn't kill them, Rising Phantom will.
You look like
For sure. Why does he keep on saying that? You look like you've seen a ghost. I mean, okay, we're killing the guys, but what does that have to do with seeing a ghost? I don't know. I mean, you would think, like, if they knew who Ardyn was, you know, maybe they thought he was dead, or Adagium, or whatever. Maybe they, like, suppressed, like, the initial attempts to recapture him or something. Because it was better to leave him alone than to let everyone know we really screwed this up and this guy might want to destroy the world or something. So better to suppress as much knowledge of him as you can. It does seem odd, though. Like, I don't know how much Regis really knew about Adagium. I mean, once Ardyn shows up and says so, then he's like, oh, okay, I knew you. But it almost seems like maybe his intelligence branch, or whatever the equivalent thereof is here, it almost seems like they were acting on their own to guard Angel Guard without the king's knowledge, maybe? Maybe it was like a, what's it called? Plausible deniability. I mean, he probably knew something about him, or knew that he existed, but maybe didn't know, like, everything about him or something. Kind of reminds me, someone was asking me, H.C. Bailey, why doesn't Noctis know all this stuff about Adagium and everything? I mean, wouldn't that be pretty important for him to know?
But of course.
And
Make yourselves at home. I have some.
I think he would have learned about it eventually, if and when he became king. But like, as the prince, they probably didn't think it was relevant to tell him about that. Maybe just keep the information to special intelligence or whatever.
Where's your head? Pipe down, would you?
Or, like, they didn't even teach Noctis about, like, I mean, even, like, the Emperor, or Ardyn, or the Chancellor, or all that. Although Ignis knew about it when he revealed his name in Chapter 4 there. Yeah, there's nothing else I really care to get here. I think we'll just save and we'll be good there. But yeah, it does seem odd Noctis didn't know more than he perhaps should have. Alright, now it's time for the final battle against Regis himself.
What big walls you have! All the better to look down upon his enslaved subjects from.
What do you mean enslaved?
With the king,
He's a king, they're not enslaved.
beloved brother.
Well, in any case, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we'll just skip most of the cutscenes here. For boss time!
On my honor as king.
So this fight is where I came up with the Rising Phantom rotation that I use, or that I now use with building up the combo. Yeah, get it up to like 60 or 70 and you should be good. Oh, that's really lucky on my part. Because while I'm using Royal Retribution, I'm immune to damage, and he was using that massive lightning attack. But yeah, on my previous attempt to get the achievement, I got my total incurred damage down to 34,000. But I only started using this rotation of attacks when I was fighting Regis. I didn't use that on the Guardians or even large groups of enemies before. So I think that's really helping me out here. We'll see when I get there what my score is. I have no idea. But like I know when I got the 30,000 or 34,000 damage incurred, I was allowing my HP to go down pretty low there. But I figured if I never go into the danger status, I can't lose that much HP, so I should be fine. But no, I wasn't. I took way more damage than I should have. Whoa! Whoa! That was weird. It's like there was that parry that the king does with all those royal arms, but then the cutscene got screwed up because I was using Ifrit there or something. They kind of melded together or something. I don't know. Okay, so for the third phase, when you start using that barrier, one thing you could do is use Cerberus Zero to destroy it. But the problem with doing that here is that you'll probably be lucky if you get one shot off before he will hit you with those swords. And I think it takes like 3 or 4 shots to take down his barrier. So, like, if you were going to do it, maybe you could take one shot, then cancel, move out of the way, or dodge his attack, then get another shot in there, and so on and so forth, but that just takes too long. If you've got a full Phantasmal gauge, you should be able to use Royal Retribution and maybe something from Ifrit to take down the barrier, or the wall, as it is. Yeah, another nice thing about using Royal Retribution to build up the combo over 100 is that it still does the warp strike that you would normally do with the triangle button. So you'll be right next to the enemy you're targeting, and then you're right in the middle of everything. It really sets up Rising Phantom very well. I'm gonna leave this cutscene in.
Done already.
Such a good
The
cutscene.
fun's just begun. Summon the old wall. How do you know about that?
Why wouldn't he?
I've
You know who he
never
is.
seen Kings reside within those statues. Of course, that's only hearsay. Why not summon the wall so we can see for ourselves? What I wouldn't give for a chance to speak with the Founder King himself.
Yeah, the hat kind of works for him
Come
here.
out, Somnus. The longer you wait, the longer he'll suffer.
I mean, it's not as cool as his regular hat, but it's not purely goofy either. Like the royal crown or something. Uh-oh.
Is he dead?
Nuts.
Oh dear. Perhaps I don't know my own strength.
Maybe. You only been out for a little while. Oh boy.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, if I skipped the cutscene, it would have just skipped right to the sword already being in the ground. Can't do that! You gotta have the full cutscene. For boss time! And this fight, I think, is gonna be almost exactly the same as I've done before.
Whose fault do you think that is? Who could have exiled
Now, if you want to use Rising Phantom against him,
from the face of history?
once you got 100 hits going there, you can use it while, or well, you can activate it while you're in midair,
Behold! Now
but then it won't attack until you hit the ground. But you can already set it up there.
myself. What's wrong, dear brother?
So yeah, it is a little tricky to use Rising Phantom here.
Yourself, let the game begin.
This is no.
Well, at least I wasn't directly next to him when he was using that AoE.
This is preposterous.
Ridiculous!
How could one so impure possess such power?
Well, why wouldn't he?
I was right to have sealed you away. You truly are a monster, brother.
I would think you would know. I mean, he's immortal.
The only monster here is you.
I wonder how many times he tried to kill Ardyn before realizing, oh, damn, you must be immortal or something. Okay, we'll just lock you up here. There's got to be more to how they locked him up there than just the chains, though. I mean, I know, like, I think it was Bahamut or someone was making sure that no one could even approach Angel Guard. Like, either with really, really bad weather. So, like, no ships or even airships could get close to it.
You stole it from me. You ripped it from my arms.
But I would think Ardyn's got to be strong enough to be able to break chains like that. I mean, yeah, he was pretty weak when he woke up after 2,000 years, but I would think, you know, he could have just... Well, we got to get out of the way of this one. But yeah, I would think if it was just chains, he could have broken them. Or something. Okay, he's going to turn around in a moment. Or go behind me. There we go. But yeah, there's got to be some, like, magic or something that was holding him there in addition to the chains or something. And I think someone was also saying how... So Bahamut is setting up Ardyn to do his thing in the main game and all that. I think someone was saying Bahamut, like, once, you know, the true king was born, or, well, going to be born soon, Bahamut allowed Niflheim to get to Ardyn there, so as to start already setting the wheels in motion to cover the world in darkness. Pretty douchebag move what he did to Ardyn, really. From what I heard in Dawn of the Future, they were going to go, like, even farther than that. I mean, he was, like, really all-out bad guy. Like, destroy the whole world bad. But too bad we never got any, like, of the other DLC that they were thinking about. Well, at least we got the book that carries it on. But, okay, I'm going to skip most of the cutscenes here until we get to the critical decision point so that I can show what changes as a result. So, yeah, let's just submit. Not like we have much of a choice anyway.
Loath though I am to serve the shadows and surrender to the scion of a usurper, so long as it brings the royal bloodline to an end. So long as I get my revenge, I will submit.
As thou shouldst, the fate bestowed upon a man cannot be changed. Now go, fulfill thy calling.
Well, this isn't going to be the last time they try to kill Regis.
Did you two know about this? That I was meant to serve as some sacrifice?
I wonder.
Did you keep this from me, Era? What about you, dear brother? Did you know? Answer me!
Great job on the voice acting there with Ardyn. But yeah, I wonder, maybe the crystal really did choose Somnus all along. And, like, both Era and Somnus conspired against Ardyn. I don't think so, though. My impression is that the crystal chose Ardyn. Yes! We got it! Woo! Alright, 22,000 damage. That's really good. I wasn't sure. But yeah, my impression was that the crystal chose Ardyn to be the king, and then Era told Somnus, then Somnus created the whole scenario there, but then accidentally killed Era in the process. And then, at that point, once Ardyn had been healing so many people and absorbing the Star Scourge, then the crystal said, oh, I'm changing my mind. Or something. That's what I thought happened. But yeah, there's still one more thing we can do in episode Ardyn. The Kingly Clash against Noctis. Can we defeat him? I don't know if there's an achievement tied to it, but we're going to be doing that anyway. Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy XV, episode Ardyn. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!